Hi, everybody. I'm Barb.
I'm Randine.
And I'm Shannon.
And this is our Sclero-What Adventures. Happy Scleroderma Awareness Month, everyone. We are so privileged to be able to bring you scleroderma stories every single day. And these wonderful stories are brought to you by the people that live with scleroderma every day. And we thought there's no better person to learn about scleroderma from than somebody who's living with it every day. And we are so honored to have Shannon here with us today from Florida. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm pleased to be here.
Awesome. Well, tell us, Shannon, what form of scleroderma were you diagnosed with?
Diffuse systemic scleroderma.
And when was that?
I was diagnosed early 2008. Symptoms started a year prior.
And what kind of symptoms? Like what kind of indicated, ooh, maybe something was happening?
Overall achy, joint pain. I had the splinter hemorrhaging in my fingernails. And then Raynaud's, of course, Raynaud's. I think it was, was the extreme fatigue and just overall achy flu-like that really gut punches you.
Mm-hmm. And what did you just say? Did you say splinter hemorrhaging on your fingers?
Hemorrhaging on your fingernails, those little like red lines that you get sometimes underneath your fingernail. It's called a splinter hemorrhage, and that is a symptom.
Good job explaining that.
I don't know that it's specific to scleroderma, but it is a symptom of autoimmune.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and one of those first things that might indicate that something else is happening.
Right.
It's amazing how informational your fingernails can be to so many things happening in your body. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, what is one thing you would tell your pre-diagnosis self?
Enjoy the little things. And I would say that I do. I'm a very happy, pleasant, positive person. I celebrate the little things. And so I think that's something that I would probably say is just continue to be you, continue to see the positive in things, continue to celebrate the little things.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And what is one blessing that scleroderma has brought into your life?
I would say probably it opened my eyes to the support system that I had around me. The amazing and incredible friends and family members that have just that rallied around me from the beginning and continue to do so. I would say that's that. I would say that.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And what does Scleroderma Awareness Month mean to you?
It means awareness. I mean, it means, I'll preach about scleroderma to anybody, any day of the month, any month of the year. But this month especially is one that I feel like we should all be preaching. We have to educate people, and not just lay people, but the medical profession as well. You know, we have to educate and bring awareness to this disease because it's not common. People don't know what it is. You know, hence the name of your group or your page, Sclero-What. That's kind of what people say when I say scleroderma. They're like, Sclero-What? It's and so that's what Scleroderma Awareness Month means to me is education, awareness. Let's talk about it, from the little things to the big things to the embarrassing things, but we need to get the word out. People need to know what it is, so we can bring funds in for researching, and we can, you know, just spark interest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the power of all of our voices together, that makes a difference.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
we all talk about it all at the same time.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, what is one thing about scleroderma that you would like everyone to know?
Oh gosh. It's hard. um it's a difficult disease, and it is all encompassing. You know, like we're talking your fingernail, you know, the symptoms that I've had and the pains that I've had have literally been, from my nose to my nose. It's just, and it's varying. You know, I
Mhm.
don't know when I wake up in the morning what's going to hurt.
Mhm.
And I think that's, you know, it's hard.
Mhm. Yep, absolutely. I agree 100%. All right, Randine.
Well,
Okay, here,
Shannon is an open book, so I got some random Randine questions.
I'm gonna check out now. I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna leave you two to answer whatever questions, Randy.
So Shannon, we like to keep this positive and funny. So if you could share with us your biggest failure, I think you have 13 of them.
they are not failures, they are successes.
For them, you failed. Tell them what you failed at.
Yes, there are some, well, I guess they are my failures. Yes. I talking about the 13 dogs in my house right now. My biggest failure.
That's what I'm talking about. That is your biggest failure. You know what? I would love to be a failure like you, but my husband will not let me. So that's a positive. You
failing, and so aside from that, I don't know that I would say that I can think of anything that I've truly that I would consider a failure.
Well, you turn that failure into a positive. Yeah, that's wonderful.
There.
So many humane societies would love you. Pets love you. 13 dogs. That's amazing. Barb, do you have a positive failure in your life?
Um,
And I can
That's a good.
one for you if you don't.
You do? Let's hear it.
Cleaning.
That is true. That is true. I failed at cleaning. And so, because even with my scleroderma, honestly, I just found that I couldn't clean with the cleaning chemicals anymore. And so I found Norwex. And so now that's what I get to do for a living. And I get to educate people on how you don't need a cleaning chemical to be able to clean. So yeah, it definitely turned into a positive for me. Yeah. And now I love cleaning, and I can actually do it even with an ulcer on my finger.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shannon, my next random question for you is, what is the wildest thing you have ever done?
The wildest thing gosh, am I a boring person? The wildest thing I've ever done would probably have to be some of the things I've done and gone through to or a cat or an animal. I would have to say from showing up at a house when I knew people weren't home.
Did you have
like
to break into that
that had
house?
dogs like dying out. I'm
Did
sorry.
you have to break into that house to get the dog or cat?
I wouldn't call it breaking in because the door was unlocked.
There you go. Yeah, that's not breaking in then if the door's unlocked.
And you were
I let myself in. Between that, taking dogs off chains in people's yards, climbing through culverts to get, dirty stray puppies. The wildest things probably all revolve around rescue.
That's neat. How about you, Barb?
I wish mine was as harrowing as Shannon's. Because I don't think mine is. And so, because the one thing that probably comes to mind is, and this was before scleroderma, this is high school years with Randine. And,
I can't believe it.
and probably jumping out of the moving car, and Randine almost ran me over.
I did run you over a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I had quite a little injury from that. It wasn't quite running over, like, I mean,
Your leg was trapped under the tire and you have scars to prove it.
It wasn't like it happened pretty fast, thank goodness, and I was young, but that was definitely the wild. I would have to say, hands down, that's the wildest thing. And I learned never ever jump from a moving vehicle.
Well, I'm in reverse.
Yeah.
Don't jump out of a moving vehicle.
Yeah, do not jump out of a moving vehicle ever.
Especially when it's in reverse. Because I'm backing up and she's getting out and I'm trying to go really fast and I hear help and Barb's hanging onto the door, hanging onto the seat, dragging on the bottom of the car. And home after that.
I was that harrowing, Barb.
Stupidity might be a better word for that.
We were chasing boys. She was literally getting out of the car to go get them. That's what was going.
Okay, well that's it. That's for another show.
Okay, that's all I have for questions.
Good. Whew. Whew. That was not so bad, Shannon. Awesome. Not bad at all. Well, thank you all for joining us. Happy Scleroderma Awareness Month. We hope that you will join us tomorrow when we will bring another scleroderma story, and who knows what other kind of story we'll bring to you too. So we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.